There's no mistaking that this is the second-generation Mercedes-Benz C-Class Coupe. Gone are the previous model's chiseled lines, replaced by softer, more fluid curves which ape the flagship S-Class Coupe's styling. It's a similar mantra to last time: take the existing C-Class saloon, shroud it in slinkier two-door bodywork and make it sit 15mm lower to emphasize its sportier nature. Not that Mercedes will have the market to itself with the C-Class Coupe. There's the aging but popular Audi A5 Coupe to contend with in addition to the well-regarded BMW 4 Series Coupe. Plus there are more left-field alternatives such as the Ford Mustang Fastback and Lexus RC. Sportier proposition as before, the Mercedes-Benz C-Class Coupe is pitched as a personal car, one a driver chooses for themselves but has a degree of practicality when needs arise. Surprising, given the aggressive slope of the roofline towards the back of the cabin, there's space for 4 adults in the coupe, although admittedly headroom in the back is at more of a premium than in the saloon. There's ample leg and elbow room, but be aware this C-Class only has 4 seats. There's no option for a center seatbelt on the rear bench, either. Up front, the sports seats with integrated head restraints are unique to the C-Class Coupe, but the main dashboard is identical to that fitted to the saloon and estate. Differences are more conspicuous outside. The scalloping along the bodywork extends much further towards the rear of the car, the back end featuring wide yet slender tail lamps to create further distinction from its more practical siblings. Mimicking other sportier Mercedes models, the grille features a diamond-like pattern, radiating out from the 3-pointed star badge at its center. In typical tradition for the brand, the C-Class Coupe's stores are frameless, but unlike larger coupes from Mercedes' back catalogue, the rear side windows remain in a fixed position. Sporty yet efficient engines. There's a wide range of power plants for the Mercedes-Benz C-Class Coupe, but the UK market won't receive all of them. For the mainstream coupe range there's a 2-litre petrol engine available in 2 power outputs. With 181 bhp, the C200 is capable of speeds of up to 147 miles per hour, yet returns a claimed 53.3 miles per gallon when coupled to a manual gearbox. Emissions are quoted at 123 grams/km of CO2 when riding on the standard 17-inch wheels. Those seeking more power should consider the C300 with 242 bhp. It's available only with a 7-speed automatic transmission and completes the 0 to 62 miles per hour sprint in just 6 seconds. It's a similar 1-engine 2-output story for those considering a diesel version. Under both the C220Ds and C250Ds bonnets is a 2.1-litre motor, producing 168 bhp and 201 bhp, respectively. Whichever you choose, both have claimed fuel consumption figures of just below 70 miles per gallon, with corresponding CO2 emissions of under 110 grams/km. If all that sounds a little humdrum, then consider the AMG C63 and AMG C63S coupes with up to 503 bhp at your disposal, courtesy of a twin-turbocharged 4-litre V8 engine. Bristling with technology, 2 generously appointed trim levels are available for the Mercedes-Benz C-Class Coupe range, Sport and AMG line. There's a raft of standard safety equipment making the coupe one of the safest 2-door models on sale, with a wide range of supplementary kit optionally available. For example, Intelligent Drive employs a pair of cameras alongside radar to monitor road and traffic conditions more effectively than radars alone can manage. Dominating the center of the dashboard is the tablet-style display screen for the command infotainment system, which includes sat-nav. Cleverly, information from the navigation system informs the climate control how to react to situations such as entering a tunnel. Do so and it automatically recirculates the air within the cabin rather than extract unwanted exhaust fumes from inside. Read the full Mercedes-Benz C-Class Coupe review to find out how we rate this premium, sporty 2-door. 2 petrols, 2 diesels available, all capable of over 140 miles per hour, sub-8 second 0 to 62 miles per hour. More powerful engines only sold as automatics aside from the rapid, range-topping AMG C63 version. Mercedes-Benz C-Class Coupe performance comes courtesy of a choice of 4 power plants. Pair of petrols, badge C200 and C300, both petrol engines are in fact the same basic 2-litre, 4-cylinder unit but available in 2 power outputs. Producing 181 bhp, the C200's motor delivers 300 Nm to the C-Class Coupe's rear wheels from an impressively low 1,200 revolutions per minute, ensuring it will perform responsively from both a standstill or at speed, when overtaking, for instance. There's a 6-speed manual gearbox as standard, with a 7-speed automatic optionally available. The former will reach a top speed of 147 miles per hour and sprint from 0 to 62 miles per hour in 7.7 seconds, while the latter posts figures of 146 miles per hour and 7.3 seconds, respectively. If you're in need of more urgency, the 242 bhp C300 delivers it. Peak torque of 370 Nm is produced at a slightly higher 1,300 revolutions per minute, with the 7-speed automatic Dassault transmission available. This C-Class coupe will reach an electrically governed top speed of 155 miles per hour and reach 62 miles per hour from a standstill in 6 seconds. Mercedes quotes the C300 coupe at an average of 44.8 miles per gallon, with CO2 emissions of 146 grams/km when running on 17-inch wheels, making it the least efficient of the range. Duo of diesels. It's a similar story with the two diesels, both the C220D and C250D running the same 2.1-litre twin-turbo unit with different levels of performance. With 168 bhp available, the C220D produces a welcome 400 Nm from 1,400 revolutions per minute, although its clattery engine note is disappointingly conspicuous. Whether you choose the 6-speed manual or optional 9-speed automatic, a top speed of 145 miles per hour is achievable, although the auto reigns supreme in acceleration terms. Its 7.5 second 0 to 62 miles per hour time is 0.3 of a second brisker than the manuals. Whichever gearbox you choose, both C220D coupes top the range's efficiency chart. They have a claimed average of 68.9 miles per gallon, with emissions rated at 106 grams/km when fitted with 17-inch wheels. There's 201 bhp available for the C250D, which also sees maximum torque, available from 1,600 revolutions per minute, rise to 500 Nm. The 9-speed automatic is the only gearbox available, but it's a smooth, responsive and unobtrusive transmission. Top speed is 153 miles per hour, while 62 miles per hour is reached from a standing start in 6.7 seconds. Coupe's suspension is 15 mm lower than the saloon's adaptive air suspension is worth paying extra for. Steering well weighted but could have more feel given that it sits 15 mm lower than its saloon counterpart. It's not a surprise to discover that the Mercedes-Benz C-Class coupe handles like a slightly firmer, sportier version of the four-door it's based upon. That stiffness can be dialed out by specifying the optional adaptive airmatic hair-sprung suspension, allowing you to switch between comfort, sport and sport plus depending upon your preferences, using the dynamic select control. It's a superb system and worth spending the extra cash on specifying this option. The same driving mode control also allows you to vary the degree of throttle response and how high the engine will rev before the automatic gearbox changes ratios. It also alters the effect of the traction control settings, allowing the Mercedes to be a little more playful. We've yet to drive the C-Class coupe with the standard steel-sprung suspension. Based upon our experiences with saloons fitted with this arrangement, it should prove adequately comfortable if prone to greater degrees of body roll, although the standard agility control is designed to negate this. Well-weighted steering. Unsurprisingly, the Mercedes C-Class coupe's steering is similar in feel to that of other models in the series. Mercedes has worked hard to ensure its weighting strikes a well-judged balance, allowing it to be breezily light at lower speeds, perfect for urban journeys, yet feeling satisfyingly heavier the faster you go. Where the C-Class coupe's primary rival, the BMW 4 Series, has the edge as the degree of feel through the steering. Not that the Mercedes is poor in this regard, simply that it feels comparatively anesthetized. Dashboard shared with other C-Class body styles. Stylish layout, high-quality materials and very well-built sports front seats are unique to the coupe for now. No other sporty two-door in this segment matches the interior ambience of the Mercedes-Benz C-Class coupe, although that may change when the next generation Audi A5 appears during 2016. Front and rear seats aside, it's more or less a facsimile of the dashboard and other interior trims fitted to its saloon and estate siblings, meaning a stylishly swooping center console broadens out with a trio of air vents and a tablet-style infotainment screen atop it. Not all of the interior plastics your fingers caress will be the soft-touch variety, and some switchgear detailing, such as the silver-painted electric window switches, don't look quite as contemporary as rivals' controls, but the quality of assembly is first-rate. Instrumentation is very clear and can be supplemented by a sharp, but optional, head-up display unit to project key information such as speed and sat-nav instructions onto the windscreen. Controlling the infotainment system via the rotary controller is less intuitive on initial encounters than the iDrive system in BMW's 4 Series Coupe, but is one you'll soon grasp and feel comfortable using on the move. Getting comfortable behind the wheel is an easy task, regardless of whether or not the seat and steering column are manually or electronically adjustable. The front seats are unique to the Coupe, with integrated head restraints making them look more like traditional sports car bucket seats. They're very supportive without feeling too snug or overly firm. Optional airmatic suspension boosts comfort. Spacious interior allows passengers to stretch out. Aerodynamic body reduces wind noise. Central to excellent Mercedes-Benz C-Class Coupe comfort levels is the optional airmatic adaptive suspension, managing to deliver a cost-setting ride quality while maintaining composure through demanding bends. The standard metal sprung suspension will ultimately feel less comfortable than the air suspension, although based upon our experiences of the saloon with this arrangement, it remains satisfyingly compliant over most surfaces. Length has been increased by 19.5 mm, the wheelbase by 80 mm, making the latest coupe significantly roomier than its predecessor. Front seat occupants get a better deal than a pair in the back, with sporty chairs complete with integrated headrests. Although the shaped rear seat is generously proportioned for a two-door coupe allowing 2 adults to get comfortable, headroom is at a premium compared to the saloon. Elbow space and legroom are fine. Out on the road, the latest C-Class Coupe cabin's impressively hushed, thanks largely to an aerodynamic coefficient of CD 0.26, very low in layman's terms, allowing it to cleave easily through the air. There's very little noise from turbulence around the windscreen pillars or door mirrors, and, even with the frameless side windows lowered, it's not especially blustery. Engine-wise, there's no debate. The petrol motors are significantly quieter than the diesels, the latter units sounding more than a tad gruff. 2 trim levels, Sport and AMG line, both are generously equipped. Wide range of options for further tailoring from its end of 2015 debut on a British market. The Mercedes-Benz C-Class Coupe is available in 2 familiar trim levels, Sport and AMG line, and both can be further tailored to buyers' requirements with a long list of extra cost options. Standard Mercedes-Benz C-Class Coupe equipment. Entry point for the C-Class Coupe is Sport specification, broadly equivalent to the mid-range versions of its saloon counterpart. Survey the exterior and you'll immediately spot the Sport's LED headlamps and day-running lights, as well as 17-inch 5-spoke alloy wheels. The whole body rides 15 mm lower than the saloon, although the Sport has a comfort-orientated suspension setup. Also, you'll find electrically folding and automatically dimming rear-view mirrors, parking sensors front and rear, and a reversing camera. The Sport's interior is a welcoming environment, trimmed in Art Deco faux leather with high-gloss black and brushed aluminium dashboard and door panel appliques. Up front, the Sport's seats have a lumbar function and are heated, while those in the back are split 50-50 to aid practicality. There's a 7-inch infotainment display system, DAB radio, Bluetooth connectivity, a rotary controller with touchpad and Garmin sat-nav. Topping the range is AMG line, the exterior of which is further distinguished with the more obviously sporty AMG bodykit, 18-inch alloy wheels with a titanium grey finish, perforated front brake discs and sports suspension. Interior alterations are more sparing, with the most noticeable change being the matte finish for the black hashwood trim. There's also a black headlining and metal pedals with rubber studs providing grip for your feet. Optional Mercedes-Benz C-Class Coupe accessories. Premium cars are famed for having extensive lists of optional extras to personalize your car further to your tastes, and the C-Class Coupe's no different. While there are too many to list in detail, we've highlighted key pieces to consider. There is a range of different alloy wheel designs available up to 19 inches in diameter, although be aware larger ones affect fuel consumption and CO2 emissions negatively. There are also 6 metallic paint finishes to choose from and 3 further special paint options, including Designo Selenite Grey Magno, as featured on the AMG C63S Edition 1. Adaptive airmatic suspension is definitely worth considering for greater control over the way the C-Class Coupe handles, minimizing body roll in the process. In comfort mode, the ride quality is sublime, and the air springs also have a self-leveling function to help the car maintain its composure. Mercedes has bundled a range of desirable options together in its premium package. In the ensemble are an interior ambient light package with 3 changeable colors, keyless entry and start with electric boot closing, a memory function for the electrical adjustment of the front seats, exterior mirrors and steering wheel and a panoramic glass roof with an opening front section. There's also a more expensive Premium Plus package that encompasses the above and adds a 13-speaker Burmester surround sound system and an upgraded infotainment package with online features. Those interested in upgrading the Coupe's safety credentials might consider the driver assistance package. Only available in conjunction with automatic transmission, the bundle includes a blind spot monitor and a lane-keeping aid with automatic braking, radar-based adaptive cruise control and pre-accident monitoring which tightens the seatbelts and can brake to a standstill in order to reduce the chances of an accident. We would also recommend the excellent but expensive head-up display system, projecting important information onto the windscreen in the driver's eyeline, and the LED intelligent light system which includes a highly effective automatic main beam and corning light functions. Stiff Coupe bodywork is fundamentally safe. Raft of safety features are optionally available. LED lights are standard front and rear. Employing decades worth of expertise in this area, Mercedes-Benz C-Class Coupe safety is excellent. It's yet to be crash tested under the rigorous auspices of Euro NCAP, but when it is, we expect, like the saloon, it'll be awarded 5 stars. Passenger protection has been boosted by employing a greater proportion of high-strength materials in the Coupe's construction, making its safety cell significantly more absorbent than before. All-round airbags ensure you're protected if you're unfortunate enough to be involved in an accident, while LED lights front and rear allow you to see and be seen more effectively at night. Standard onboard safety enhancements for the C-Class Coupe include Attention Assist, which monitors the driver for signs of drowsiness, warning them to stop if the car senses them losing concentration. Collision Prevention Assist Plus monitors the road ahead, warning the driver if it senses an impending accident and autonomously braking if no action is taken. If you tick the right extra cost option boxes, you'll also benefit from a superbly clear head-up display system, reducing the need to take your eyes off the road, while the driver assistance package bundles together a number of desirable safety options including radar-guided adaptive cruise control and a lane-keeping assistant, which gently steers you back towards the correct path. At 400 liters, the boot's smaller than many rivals. Rear seat can be folded to boost practicality. Usefully sized and shaped interior storage compartments. If you're looking to buy a Mercedes-Benz C-Class Coupe, practicality isn't likely to be at the forefront of your mind. Despite the tapering tail suggesting otherwise, the C-Class Coupe follows segment norms and is a 2-door with a conventional boot rather than a more practical hatchback. At 400 liters, the Coupe's boot is some 80 liters short of the saloon versions, as well as being 45 liters shy of the BMW 4 Series and 55 liters short of the Audi A5's total. It compares more favorably with the Ford Mustang, 408 liters, and Lexus RC, 374 liters. Longer loads can be catered for thanks to the split folding rear seat, although the enlarged cabin's more for the benefit of its 4 occupants than to boost cargo carrying credentials. As an optional extra, you can also specify a powered boot lid. Dotted about the stylish cabin are a number of cubbies, a sensibly sized glove box and a pair of cup holders behind the swoopy upward curve of the dashboard center console. As expected on a new car, there are 12-volt electrical and USB sockets within easy reach. That drooping tail can make it tricky to judge the Mercedes' rearmost extremities, but it's easy to maneuver in confined spaces thanks both to standard parking sensors and a reversing camera which is kept clean thanks to its parked position behind the rear badge.